On the Classic 650 this time. There's somebody else on the Continental. So in the process of that last stop, I managed to lose my my earplugs. Hoping I'll find them in my bag somewhere, but we will see. So I was wrong before, and I said the shotgun bars are more swept back. They're not, they're straighter, so you're actually more onto those. These are more swept back. I knew it was one or the other, so this is definitely more upright. And it feels like there's a lot more out in front of you as well. I think with the shotgun you feel like you're a little bit over the end of it. As this, I'm sitting further back, and it could just be that bar position. Sounds different. Oh, I've got no earplugs in. Of course it sounds different. Right, I'll hear what you're hearing this time. And it's not as keen to turn, but it still turns. It still hustles. You feel the weight more than this, more than the Classic 350, definitely. And it's not as nimble as the shotgun. It doesn't. Does have more heft to it. I think the wheel diameter was bigger as well, wasn't it? I think we're 18 and so 19 and 18 on this, and 17's on the. Yeah, I think we're 19 front, 18 rear. 17's on the shotgun. Still sounds beautiful though. Seat's more or less the same. It's not much difference in it. I think maybe this is slightly firmer, but any which way, both very comfy. Say a stickier clutch on this, you might need some lubrication. Still handles that beautifully. Flows, longer wheelbase. So I'm not normally a fan of chrome, but I do quite like this the metal work on this. It does look nice. And of course down the cell, I mean, same as the 350 but with the tripper as well. And yeah, it's just a lovely thing. I mean, it's not of course it's easier having a dash here that's clear in your face like on the Himalayan, but this isn't about going fast, or I'm not going to be watching a nav unit on this particularly. It's a lazier bike. I'd like to get past his car. So I'm just testing that throttle, so it's not the smoothest on and off, if I'm honest. It's funny, I didn't notice that the first time I rode it, but it's not bad. It's just a little bit of a lurch. Yeah, it moves. So it flows very nicely, although he doesn't have the shotgun slightly sharper turn him. It's still direct, it still flows very nicely through his bends. It's kind of what you want, I think, from a classic looking bike, is it just, yeah, just everything just flows. Doesn't feel any different in terms of obviously the airflow or flexibility or anything, so even though I'm sat up slightly more upright, doesn't feel any different at all. Got the power. Plenty enough. I think you could just do everything in third gear on this bike, genuinely. It's got the flexibility. More box in my helmet. I've been in these fields. Sounds nice when you open up. And it's just got that leap forward that you just don't get from the 350, understandably. So this was 120 miles when we left. 126. Okay, you feel his heft going around corners a bit more than you do on the Shotgun, definitely. Be interesting to see that hairpin. So then the question's going to come back to what do I want this bike for? So I don't think there's much difference between the comfort. This has got obviously slightly softer sprung, but I didn't find the Shotgun too hard at all. So this is for a second bike, for a fun bike. Is it about the aesthetic, the feel-good factor of having that beautiful classic and just bimbling around on it, or is it about the ride? Do I want it to be a slightly more spirited ride? Because I think that's what it effectively comes down to. That was all in third gear again, so yeah, I favour the ride of the Shotgun and the looks of this. So that, I think, ultimately is going to be the decision. It does ride nice enough for it not to bother me when we're not in comparison, or when we're not kind of back to back, but I can definitely feel from the ride this morning how much more agile that Shotgun is. And do I want this great looking little bike? Oh, it's not a particularly little bike, is it? It's a great looking bike. And that is what was appealing to me when I rode it the first time, and it is now. It's just beautiful. I don't think all the bikes are out on this ride. I think there were some left behind, but it's which says to me maybe some people haven't turned up, because if they said they were fully booked, yeah, those bikes out there not being ridden out this time, which is a bit of a shame, because why book something and then not turn up for it? You're denying somebody else the opportunity. There's the Shotgun in front of me now. Oh, it's a lot of revs to get that pair going. That Himalayan's got the rally tail on it, the rally seat by the looks of it. Poppy, slate poppy grey. Slate blue, poppy grey, whatever that is. No, slate grey. Himalayan there. See the blue accent on the wheel. And that rally tail. Well, it's quite nice with that rally tail on. It's quite neat, isn't it? But I do need to strap stuff to mine and carry a pillion, so that's no good for me. It's not that this doesn't corner well, it's just, I think it's heavier to turn in, so slower to turn. And that Shotgun is just got that nimble attitude, whereas this still turns beautifully. Just, you think you've got to be more, this rewards a smoother rider, and I think the Shotgun is better for, you know, faster riders who are going to kind of corner more aggressively, definitely. So how would I sum up the Royal Enfield range then? Because I've obviously ridden 4 bikes in now. That's all 3 of their engine platforms and multiple versions of this 650. And obviously I came here on a Himalayan this morning, so actually I've ridden 2 of the 450s this morning, 1 of the 350s and 2 of the 650s, and I've ridden the Bear previously. So the only things I haven't ridden are the Interceptor and the Continental GT. Also the Super Meteors, but they're obviously the same 650 engines in the same kind of configuration. I think the Shotgun and this are based on the Super Meteor frame, so I'm going to take them as being very similar bikes. So how would I sum that up then? Well, if you are looking for just pure charm, aesthetic, and you're not fussed about pace, if you're going to bimble around some back roads, or you're doing a cross-city commute, have a good look at the Royal Enfield Classic 350. It is brilliant little engine, really thumpy, plenty of power. It's not for you if you're going to spend your life on a motorway, because it's going to run out of steam. And if you don't like the aesthetic of it, have a look at the Hunter. Those bikes are fabulous. And if you want a cruiser, look at the 350 Meteor. However, if you want to ride, if you're more spirited about your riding, or you're doing more distance, the other bikes got you better catered, the 450 or the 650. Now the 450 engine is a fabulous thing to ride, and if you want a long-legged, do anything bike, I still stand by my Himalayan as being the best bike out of this range. It will do anything. You can ride 3 hours cross country, then go and do a green lane, and then ride home again, and you're still going to be happy, comfortable. You'll smile the entire way because the engine is fabulous. If you want a proper B-road blaster, a little roadster that is going to, you're going to chuck it around and is really going to make a spell. You want a hooligan bike basically, but you still want to keep it cheap and cheerful and fun and frugal, kind of 80 to 90 mpg frugal. Go and ride the Guerrilla. It's just a fabulous little bike, and I put the caveat to that, if you're of normal height and proportions. I'm not of normal height and proportions, and it does rule out a lot of bikes for me, but I could ride any of these. None of them are uncomfortable. It's just I wouldn't want to spend a huge amount of time on that Guerrilla. Then you got the Classic and the Shotgun. So if the 450 Guerrilla doesn't do it for you, and you're wanting to have something that's, you know, nimble, fun to ride, but with that kind of nice throaty 650 engine, lazier engine. So if you like working the engine, you like revving, you're happy to kind of shift gear to gear, do a lot more shifting and a lot more red line of your engine, just for enjoyment, that 450 is great. If you're a lazier rider, you happily stick it in third or fourth gear and just bimble around everywhere, then any of the 650s will suit you better. Now the difference between the Shotgun and this, as I mentioned, is that handling. So if you still want something that's spirited handling, go with the Shotgun. If you love the aesthetic of the 350 and the look of that, but you're just not sure that power is going to be enough for you, or you want something you can carry a pillion on, something a bit more substantial, like for me, 6'3", this is more comfortable. My legs are actually not angled up, they're sloping down, plenty of space, wider bars, very comfortable, and you still got that 650 power, then this is the bike for you. And I'm just in that grey area between wanting something that handles and this kind of aesthetic. So the Shotgun might be the choice for me. We'll have to see, but either one of them is great. And the Bear 650, where does that fit in? Well, for me, that's a kind of another aesthetic choice. If you like the idea of the kind of the 450 sit-up position, you want the 650 engine, but the Shotgun and the Classic don't do it for you, then that's where that comes in. But as I mentioned, I don't think it's that great with the suspension. I think I would question, if you want that kind of bike, you're kind of buying the more modern aesthetic over the, as in with the TFT and the LED lights over the Interceptor. But I'd be tempted to save a lot of money and go with the Interceptor, to be honest. Not the Continental GT. I think you need to be pretty dedicated and have much stronger wrists than I have for that. But yeah, I mean that's my takeaway. They all cater to slightly different people. They are all fantastic machines. If I was taking this up to the Lake District, okay, if I was going to the Lake District, I would take my Himalayan. That's still, for me, that's the best one. A Himalayan, it would be the best one for the journey, and then potentially I could do those kind of beating out tracks when I get there. Same for somewhere like North Wales rides. Now, if I'm going over to the Derbyshire Dales, I think I would rather take the Shotgun or the Classic 650, and I think for me, I would probably, in that scenario, take the Classic 650. I enjoy the countryside, I enjoy the scenery, I end up not looking where I'm going and looking at where I am. So for me, then this bike then becomes a better one for that ride. Riding down to see my family in the Cotswolds, okay, that's only a 2-hour motorway journey. Now, would I take this or a Shotgun over the Himalayan? Ooh, maybe. I might just do it. So yeah, it's a very close call between the two bikes, and they are essentially very, very similar bikes. There's the Shotgun and the 650 Classic. And there isn't a wrong choice. I'd be very happy with either one of them. The X factor, that look back appeal, I think comes from the Classic 650. They've both got that same gear shift as we mentioned before. All the switch gear is the same, just it's bright and shiny steel on this, or chrome, whatever it is. Same handles. I prefer these levers mentioned to the 450s. Beautiful gearbox on either one of them. Plenty of power. And just a fabulous sound to them. So, yeah, definitely as part of a 2-bike garage, having something with that 450 engine and something with either the 350 or 650 engine in it, you won't go far wrong. The 450 is a great do-everything bike, and then the others for me are a little bit more one end of the spectrum than the other, kind of niche, if you like, as to what you want them for. And this I do want because it looks fantastic. Okay, it does look nice as well, doesn't it? I wish it rode like it looked in some ways, although the seat was very comfortable. The position was more tucked up. This and the Shotgun are definitely the more comfortable machines. So has this test ride helped? Yeah, I think it has. I think it's given me a lot to think about, and some definitive differences between the bikes, which is great to have. But I do think, and I was talking to one of the other guys on the ride there as well, I do think that Royal Enfield are just absolutely smoking at the moment. There was not one bike, there's parts out there that I'd have gone, nah, don't like that or don't want that. They are all fabulous machines. Yeah, I really don't feel any difference between the suspension on this and the Shotgun. I'm sure there is some, but yeah, they're all fabulous bikes, and I think I'd be proud to have any one of them in the garage. Honestly, they absolutely brilliant. And there's not many brands you can look at and say that. I mean, everything, obviously, they're catering to a narrower band in the first place than, for example, Triumph. Yeah, Honda, Kawasaki's, after they have got broader ranges of bikes, but these are all great, all really, really good. I wonder if we'll get to overtake now. So the lead rider's on a Classic 650 as well. Too busy. What a shame. That's a nope. Oh, don't do it. Thought he was going to go there. We're about to have our first fatality. Jesus. Oh, I didn't get around there faster than that. I bet it doesn't pull away from this. I know there's got a few horsepower between them, but extra power is always good, but I don't think it's night and day. Certainly sounds nice, that shotgun. Oh, I think I haven't looked actually. Both these must have preload adjust. I'm guessing they'll all be set the same way today, so on the rear. So yeah, answers in the comments if you've been watching this. What do you if you've watched all the test rides now, what would you go for out of these bikes? What would be your favourite? Getting busy now. So this is the hairpin. So let's see how this goes around. Obviously nothing can go around as well as that Guerrilla did, but the shotgun was pretty good. That's fine. It's actually no different to the shotgun. On a slow speed camber tight turn like that, absolutely sorted. Not as light to manage obviously as the 350 Classic, but then that's kind of the point, I guess. You know, a bigger guy like me, got more heft, actually got more ability to kind of move that weight around as well. Yeah, nice to be able to get a chance to come and test ride this again. So big thank you to Royal Enfield and Crewe Motorcycle Centre. Happy? Yeah, good looking little bike, the Hunter. Very good. Tempted? Okay, so nearly back. Just the one ride left to go. Best way to spend the day.